All right.
Recording in progress. Okay, I'm going to go to share screen. We're going to jump right in. And luckily, you've already been through this, so you've gone through the process. A couple notes right off the bat. Let's see. So once we put this in effect, really, and like I say, the buttons that are there are live. But once we create all the buttons, we can take away this enroll now actually if we want to, because this enroll now here and up here goes to the Google, which I guess I forget what it does, but anyway, I think you wouldn't need this,
Right.
unless you actually need to get their information someplace.
Well, that was one of my questions. If when they initially, because on the button it does ask for their email, does it ask for any other information?
Well, as part of, since you're getting their credit card info, you're getting their address.
Okay.
So you could.
But it doesn't have anything like the student's name, grade.
Yeah, you got nothing with the student's name or anything.
So
you could figure out how to make this work or make a briefer version of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe you would just use this. But I would just change it from enroll now to, student info or something.
Information. Like okay. All right. And then I can just take off the bottom part, which asks for the payment information and so forth.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, it's all going to be on the courses page.
Okay.
So what you want to do is up here, where currently you're mentioning the Chromebooks, maybe remove this from this page, because you're going to have the instructions right up here.
Okay.
So in other words, this is for blah, 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 fill it out, hit the buttons. Here's the button. So
okay.
Go through it as they would, so you can explain to them.
Yes.
You have to hit this, but then you also have to click the, you could have another link over here, student information.
Okay.
So basically think about how to explain to this so that they're not going to call you as soon as they start clicking. And
yes.
At least over here, you did explain there's an additional $50 to the course fee, so that's why it's register full time.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to create the button, the buttons, it's easier if you just do a simple link, which we could kind of do. For the buttons, I would have to actually create these buttons because it's code to create them. And so
you're saying for each of the other courses, there won't be a button. If I copy, it'll just be a link that the parents will see?
It doesn't automatically appear. This is a separate step of putting the button on the page. So I'll show you how that's done as part of this. But anyway, I'm going to continue from here. First of all, there's a couple ones that I didn't create. I don't know how to do them. The Honors English, if it needs a button or what you're going to do for that.
That really just falls under the college prep. They just do extra work under the college prep course.
Right. So they would have to contact you directly.
Yeah.
Maybe put an email link or something there. I
don't
know. And then this vocabulary, again, I don't know if we would create a button that's just for the $25.
Yes, we should, because that would be under the initial fee.
Right. So that would be just a simple payment, $25 that they pay immediately.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So I created these ones, and of course the ones that are the same, the whole deal is when you're creating these or where I'm creating right now, I think I've got it down that all we have to do is replicate the buttons and change all the prices.
Okay.
So when you're doing a new button, like we're going to do Algebra 1, for part-time, and then maybe I'll have you try to do algebra 1 for full-time.
Okay.
So if we had if we had an existing button, $45, $5.50, we could use that.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm.
But in this case, I'm going to use the pre-algebra as the basis of it. So I wrote this down. So we're going to do algebra 1 first the regular, and then the full-time. And so I go to the dashboard, and I always just put the dashboard in a different window, same browser. And so to do those, we go not WooCommerce, but products. So I click on products.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the most recent buttons are up at top. So that's good because that's the one that I'm going to use.
Okay.
So first I'm doing the not full-time one. So I'm going to replicate this one. So duplicate. And this is going to be algebra 1. Okay, so here it is now. So it starts out as pre-algebra copy. So I just change this. To algebra 1.
Okay.
Now, besides changing it in the title, I have to change this permalink right under it.
Oh, okay.
That's what appears in the browser bar.
Ah.
And again, this is only the first time when we create the buttons.
Okay.
I'm going to change it to. I might as well change it to algebra 1 just to. So algebra 1, I hit OK, and then it's now algebra 1. Actually,
okay.
There must be another algebra button. I'm going to change it to just algebra and see if that works. Okay, so now it's algebra. Algebra 1 is algebra.
Okay.
And of course, so now we have to change a bunch of things. First, the text. The enrollment fee for this is $45 and then $5.50. So this is just the text that's in the description. $45 and $5.50 is the course. So I changed that. Now you want to double check that this all looks like it makes the most sense, because I've changed this a couple times. So the payments, so people can understand what you're saying with the payments choice. Payment in full September 1st, 2 equal payments, etc.
Yes. Yep. That's perfect.
That's
I actually used a screenshot when we did the open house, just explaining how the buttons worked, and it made perfect sense.
Okay, good. So now this is I'm going to do one extra step. I'm copying this whole thing.
Okay.
Because this is the regular description, but I've been copying it into the down bottom where it says product short description.
Oh, okay.
Because the short description, look at algebra, register there. So this is it. The short description appears right away at the top. So we have just about all we can fit in at the top.
Okay.
But the long description, like if you're going to add more notes, it's down here. But I figure, what the heck, we'll put it down there again just in case. So it's double stuff. But the one at the top is the main one, but the bottom one is the short description that we have.
Ah, okay.
Now I'm coming back to this. So now we put it in the text area, but now we have to change the actual items. And so I'll go back up to the actual items are all under this product data.
Okay.
We had already created the attributes. We don't have to worry about those. So it's just the variations. I click variations. This is actually just the payment buttons. So we have the four different choices. So the first one, I open that up with the little down arrow. This is the payment in full. So I'm changing it. I'm changing from 40 to 45. And I'm changing from 450 to 550 one-time payment.
Okay.
Okay. And this is for the, this is as of right now, but as of June 1st, we're going to change this to 2 months, but we'll look at that later.
Gotcha.
So that's a very simple thing, but it's just a lot of things you have to
Yeah, time consuming.
So now I changed the next one. The next one is the 2 equal payments. Sign up fee is 45. And now it's just half of 550, which is, yeah, half of 550, which is 275. Two times 275 will be the actual amount. And I have this all set, expire after 8 months, which means after 2 payments. The first payment is 2 months from now. Well, this is the way that it should be, because it's complicated to try to think about, but basically the first payment is made, and then 4 months later, the second payment.
Right.
But 8 months later, it expires, so you don't make a third payment.
Right. That makes sense.
It's a little confusing. So that's that one. And now we're down to their 10 equal ones. Same thing. Just change that to 45.
Okay.
And then this one is the 10 equal payments, so it's $55 each time.
Okay. Yep.
And that's all we have to change there, because it's all set up 10 months. And then finally, we have the 12 equal payments. And this is where we have to do the calculation. So the actual, like I did 3750, which is exactly for pre-algebra. But for this one, for 550 to split it up, it's actually $45.83. I'm wondering, do you want to make it $46 to make it an even amount? Which I think should be perfectly fine, because you're spacing out their payments to the max.
Okay.
But again, to make it exact would be $45.83, which is just odd. So 46 means they actually end up paying like 553 or something like that.
Gotcha.
So it's right in there. And then that's it. We just made the 4 changes. That's right. Oh boy, I forgot to. On that one, I didn't change that fee. Okay, $45. Save changes. So now those changes are saved. So I could go in there again just to check and see if I changed this one. That's 2 equal payments. So it's the 45 and 275. So that's correct. So now after those changes, I go up here, and in this case, the product image is the same. I mean, you could use all the math ones as the same one, but if we needed to change the product image, we would remove this and add a new one with the link here.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is the category. It's still math, so we're good. And once you get down to the new categories, you would take off math and add new category and put the name in.
Okay.
Keep the name simple, and then each time you would make sure that one is checked. So this one should be good to go now. So I'm going to publish it. So now that one's published. I'm going to leave this page. I'm going to pages to show you where we add the link. So pages, and it's the courses offered. And when you're doing it, you could do it in visual mode. I like text mode because it's easier for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's visual mode. And you don't actually see it because I used CSS for that. But like for this one, algebra, let me see if I can even do it. If I hit Shift Enter, it should keep within the bullet. If it didn't. Try that again. Enter. Yeah, if I hit Enter, it's another bullet. Shift Enter. Yeah, Shift Enter did work. I must have mishit it the last time.
Okay.
So, type register. And since I want that to be a link, if I'm going to make it a regular link, I would highlight it and hit the link. And then I hit this link options, because then it's an internal link. The most recent link, even though it's a product, it appears here. So pages are here, but also products. So I click this, add link, and now it's a link. So I want to show you that if you could do that.
Okay.
So if I'm going to make this live by hitting the update. Once it's done, we're going to go to the courses page and see if it works. Courses offered, and there's our link. So this is the regular kind of link that you could create.
Okay.
So in other words, if you do them, but you want me to make them into these cool links, once you're done, just tell me to do that.
Okay.
And that'll be a matter of it's not too difficult for me. And again, that might cost like $20 to do that.
Okay.
But once it's done the first time, that's it. So this is only
gotcha. Okay.
But just show you the button we created, register. Algebra 1 from $46 a month is the lowest and $45 sign up fee. So it looks like everything works. And now if we hit choose an option, we'll just at random, we'll do the 10 equal monthly payments one, $55 a month and $45 sign up fee, which is correct.
Okay.
So then they could let's see what happens if they hit register. So I got the right one, and so that's it. And then they can continue shopping or make the purchase, proceed to checkout. And so I'll show you what I actually do. So let's say that I'm going back to the enroll now, maybe to find another course not enroll now, I wanted courses. So for me to change that into a cool link, I go into text mode. I go down to that one. Let's see where we are. Oh, so all I have to do actually is in text mode, I'm adding this class equals thing. So here's ours. I can put it over here. Now so this is hopefully this won't confuse you, but hopefully it'll also work. Okay, so that's done now. So I'm going to refresh this. And now it's a button. So that's that extra step that you could go in if you went to text, or just have me do that.
Gotcha. And so that class equals portion of that link will work with the register and register full time, both buttons.
Yes, it's the same thing with all of them. So you could create all your buttons regular, and then change this to text mode and come down here. It's a little hard to find it in the text, so that's the only thing. So you'll see it's got class equals B for each of them.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I added there. But anyway, now I'm going to, you're gonna take the screen. So I'm gonna stop share, and I'm gonna ask you to take the screen. And but you'll have to log in. If you could go into that. I forgot to tell you to have that ready.
All right. Are you able to see it?
Yeah. Good deal. So go to products, and you're going to try to create the full-time button for that. And I have I didn't.
All right. So for the Algebra 1.
But in this case, don't do that one. Or actually, I'm trying to think. Yeah, you might as well do the Algebra 1. Or not edit, duplicate.
Oh.
Yeah, the go back button works for this.
So back here to
either products or the actual back button works.
This back button?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I could do that. That made me nervous.
Yeah, right. In some cases it can, but so right. So now hit the
duplicate
on the far side. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now I think what I did with all these. So now in the title one, where it says copy, just change that to, I think I put FT. I'm pretty sure in the other ones I have FT, and you could.
Yes. Oops.
And I put a slash in there, so however you want to do it.
Oh, okay.
And then hit that edit thing. And the same thing, the copy just changed to FT will probably be good. No spaces. You have to put a dash or leave no spaces at all.
Ah.
So a dash is best. No slash there.
Oh.
Because this is for page things, it'll think it's another directory. So
Gotcha.
that's actually different. But that's the deal, yeah.
Okay.
So now change this now, just in this top area, just change the, I guess enrollment's the same, but it's just the course fee. Okay, and that's it for this. So now you can actually, since it's just that one thing, now scroll